Saving is such a crucial component of our lives, but many people seem to struggle with it. Why is that? Well, that's because when we think about savings, people think about sacrifices, restrictions, and holding back. Our brain processes this as something uncomfortable, and our brain doesn't like the things that are uncomfortable. Thus, it will resist, making it difficult for us to make changes in our lives, and that includes savings. But don't worry. There are a few things you could do to trick your brain not to resist and change and to make saving money a lot easier. So stay tuned for the top 15 ways to save a lot of money using brain and mind tricks. Welcome to Thrivetastic. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community. As always guys, give this video a thumbs up for that YouTube algorithm. 15. Use cash instead of a card. There's something excruciatingly terrible about witnessing a stack of cash gradually shrink in size, and purchase following purchase. It makes me shiver every time. But that's the advantage of paying with cash rather than a card. You can see the money leaving your pocket, which makes you reconsider every purchase. The tangibility of money and the exchange of it for items makes you think twice about the true value of what you're buying, unlike when you go out and spend on credit. With a card, you have the illusion that it is a never-ending honeypot. So you keep dipping and dipping until one day you discover that you have a massive debt to repay because of everything you bought that one time. This causes you to spend all of your money, accruing debts instead of saving. Spending the rest of your life battling debts and interests isn't the ideal game plan, is it? 14. Visualize yourself as rich. The next greatest thing that you can do to save money is to imagine yourself as wealthier than you are now. A bigger house, a better car, and more fancy clothes. Consider yourself having all of these things, in addition to the luxury of paying off expenses each month without having to live paycheck to paycheck. Keeping this image in mind will make you conscious of how much you spend each day. With each needless expense, you'll remind yourself how far you've strayed from that wealthy version of yourself. 13. Convert prices into hours. Would you rather receive a lump sum of $1 million cash in today or $300,000 in monthly installments? The majority of individuals would choose the first option, even though the second option allows for a threefold increase in earnings. Most people choose the quick million. Why? Because as humans, we always prefer instant gratification. This is why you must trick your mind into not spending money but blindly without considering how many hours of work it would take to earn the same amount again. I'm sure you wouldn't want to buy that $10,000 car if you knew it would take 12,000 hours of effort and tears to comfortably afford it. 12. Write everything down. How many times have you missed grabbing something at the supermarket, even though you reminded yourself 10 times before going? There's a reason so many people use grocery lists. Lists may feel cheesy, cliché, and even tedious at times, but they are always worthwhile. Your brain can hold only so much information. Shopping lists, to-do lists, and financial goals make a list of everything. These lists and plans can assist you in becoming more aware of your goals. It's more about having a plan of action. For example, if you write down your financial goals, you'll know exactly what measures you need to do to complete the list. Better yet, it may inspire you to create a whole plan. 11. Plan money dates. Just like participating in book club activities keeps you ahead of the reading game, participating in similar groups for your financial success will keep you on track at all times. Because the prospect of being the only person in the group who did not meet their savings goal is humiliating. Because no one wants to be embarrassed in front of others, you'll want to make sure your spending and saving habits are on track. Isn't it a very sociable approach to saving money? 10. Start small. Everyone you see today with a large bank balance and a massive savings account did not appear on Earth in this manner. Instead, they worked towards it gradually. We all start someplace, and that place is usually small. Saving isn't easy, especially on a tight budget, and you'll need a lot of self-control to set aside even a tiny amount for your savings account. Don't be concerned about the size of your account right now. It will grow significantly over the next decade. Just remember, start small and be consistent about it. 9. Use the stranger test. The stranger test is a wonderful mind trick for challenging yourself to save more money. Saving takes a lot of discipline, but employing this strategy adds some extra reason to keep going. What would you choose if a total stranger offered you that outfit you've been eyeing and cash for the same as the value of that clothing? If your priorities are in order, you'll go for the money rather than the clothing. Try this every time you want to make a purchase, and before you do, ask yourself if you're channeling your funds to a necessity or a want. Use the stranger test once you've given yourself an honest response, and you won't be sorry. After a few years, you'll see that your savings are constantly increasing, and before you know it, you'll have enough to last you a year or two. 8. Visualize your goal. Setting a goal is not enough. You need to have a strategy in place. Not everyone reaches this stage because we often overlook the most critical factor that will push our mind to take action. Imagination is beneficial to the mind, and envisioning your goals is an excellent method to get your head on the right track, while also challenging you to put your best foot forward. Simply imagining the result of the goal will make you more tough and disciplined, since the image in the back of your mind will keep you moving forward toward that desired goal. You may have difficulties along the way, but trust me, you will not have second thoughts since you have already conditioned your mind. Would you settle for anything less after putting the royalties to the test? The same is true when it comes to setting goals. Try this approach once you've set a savings goal and wait patiently for the results. We are now halfway through our list, but before we continue, I'd like to know what among the mind tricks so far is your favorite. Please let me know by leaving some comments down below. 7. Make use of the power of pre-commitment. Make a pre-commitment to something and make sure you stick to it. A classic example is a savings commitment, which many people perform when they are excited about saving. But once they lose motivation, they quit. Outperform your savings objectives ahead of time so you'll be aware of why you're not saving. When you commit to anything, you're bound by it and cannot get out of it. That is why I consider debts and commitments to be close relatives, since whether you like it or not, you must fulfill whatever debt or commitment you have. 6. Take advantage of transition moments. Transitioning from one point to another is vital in life, accepting each stage of your life and the modest achievements that come with it. Take advantage of the opportunities and make the most out of them by learning something new. Use it as a milestone in your savings when you reach it. Challenge yourself to scale up to the next level. 5. Manage small, frequent purchases. Another neglected mind trick is the awareness and management of small recurring purchases. Recurring and small purchases may appear minor, but if you keep track of how much money you spend each day, you'll be amazed at how much money you waste each day. Managing funds ultimately assists to boost general saving skills. Small purchases such as groceries and takeout are major contributors to impulse spending. Create management habits by tracking your purchases, and you're set to go. Such behaviors will also help you increase your savings margins. 4. Focus on making money than saving money. Sometimes the agony of putting a portion of your income into an account where it does nothing is greater than the gain. One smart strategy to avoid this unpleasant emotion when saving money is to concentrate on generating money rather than saving money. This is because the more money you have, the easier it will be to save because you won't have to give up many of the things you enjoy doing. even if it's still financially prudent to be conservative with your expenditures so that one day you can be as rich as you desire. 3. Keep a change jar. When you were younger, it was fun to put a coin in your piggy bank just to realize that it was already full. However, the piggy bank saving habit faded as we grew older. It's time to start keeping a change jar around your house in the spirit of keeping your inner child alive and well. When you can no longer fit any change inside, you'll experience a rush of feel-good hormones and a sense of accomplishment, which is just what we all need to keep saving. 2. Ask yourself what truly matters. We are now more concerned with buying into trends than with anything else. The problem is that trends come and go. When we've quickly grown accustomed to an item and it's no longer in, we don't see the sense in continuing to use it. This is a waste of funds. The best approach to combat this is to ask yourself what the genuine value of something you want to acquire is. If your want to purchase the thing stems from a desire to fit in with a specific group, it's not best to buy it at all. If you're looking for something essential such as a car, go for something affordable and functional. 1. Round up savings. As is customary, we saved the finest for last. Rounding up your funds is the smartest thing you can do for your savings plan. This approach works by rounding up your purchase price to the nearest dollar. The discrepancy is then instantly transferred to a different account. For example, a pair of earrings costs $1.50. When rounded to the nearest dollar, which should be around $2. As a result, $50 is automatically saved in a savings account, separate from your spending account. This is a simple approach to trick your mind into saving money without experiencing the sting of it. That's all for today's video. I know saving can be intimidating and challenging at times. You will be tempted to spend time and time again. But it is important to persevere if your goal is financial freedom and a comfortable life. Remember, start small, be consistent, and persevere. Thank you for watching this Thrivetastic video. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this awesome Thrivetastic video for you to watch next.